Hello, hello students. Myself Shreyans. Today I am discussing the topic motion of ocean water. Ocean water will move horizontally in the form of waves and currents, and ocean water will move vertically in the form of tides and upwelling. One by one, we will discuss it later, but as of now, make a point that ocean water moves horizontally in the form of waves and currents, and ocean water moves vertically in the form of tides and upwelling. Waves. Creation of waves. Waves are created primarily because of winds. Wind is a horizontal movement of air. Horizontal movement of air is called as wind. Because of this wind, waves are formed in ocean. Next, gravitation pull. Gravitation pulls the ocean water and it will create crusts. Next, falling water will create troughs. Actual motion of water beneath the wave is circular. Means actual motion of water deep of ocean will be in the form of circular, not in the form of wave. Okay, how it is? See here. Actual motion of water beneath the wave is circular. If wave is like this, means bottom of the wave, the water will move in circular way like this. In a circular way like this, water will move beneath deep of the waves. Water will move in a circular shape like this. Okay, next, ocean currents. Ocean currents are horizontal movement of water. Okay, ocean currents are horizontal movement of water. Next is ocean currents. Ocean currents helps in heat distribution. Heat distribution means what kind of heat distribution is going to happen in earth is from poles to equator there is heat distribution will happen. For example, this is equator, this is north pole, this is south pole. The sun rays intensity is more in equator, right? It means here in red color currents you are seeing right like this, these are red color currents, these are heat currents, heated currents. The blue color currents like this you are seeing right here, blue color, these blue color currents are cold currents. These cold currents from south pole, this blue color currents from south pole and north pole will move from poles to equator, and these red color currents, these are hot currents, these will move from equator to north pole and south pole. By this, heat will be distributed equally around the earth. Next, forces responsible for ocean currents. Which all forces those are responsible for ocean currents? The forces are wind, insolation. Insolation means sun rays, gravity. Very important force is Coriolis force. What is this Coriolis force? I will discuss today. First one is wind. This is the dominant force, very important force. Most of current follow the direction of trade winds. These trade winds means easterlies, westerlies, polar easterlies. What is this trade winds or easterlies, westerlies, polar easterlies? It means winds. What is the meaning of wind? Horizontal movement of air is called as wind. Okay, horizontal movement of air is called as wind. Now, if the wind is moving from, this is east, right? Here east is there, here west, right? If the wind is moving from east to west, then these winds are called as easterlies. Then these winds are called as easterlies or trade winds. easterlies or trade winds. If the winds are moving from west to east like this is west, right? This is east. Then these winds are called as westerlies. Polar easterlies means it's also same exactly like easterlies. See here, these are moving from east to west. This is east, right? This is west, this is east. If these are moving from west to east, then these are called as easterlies. Westerlies means they are moving from west to east like this. Okay, next, insolation. How this insolation will affect on ocean current. How this insulation will affect on ocean current is, water will get expand under high temperature. Water will get expand under high temperature. Where is high temperature? In equator or north pole? Think one time. In equator there is high temperature, right? Low temperature is around north and south poles. Now in equator the water will expand because there is more heat in equator. The intensity of sun rays is more in equator. The intensity of sun rays is very less in north and south poles. Because of high temperature in equator, water will expand. Water will expand means it will come upside of the ocean. For example, icebergs, cold water. Where we are going to see icebergs and cold water? We are going to see icebergs and cold water in north and south poles. Okay, see here, cold water. This cold water will sink downwards. Cold water we are going to see where? North pole and south pole. In north pole and south pole we are going to see what? Cold water. For example, this is earth, this is equator, this is north pole, this is south pole. Okay, here we are going to see what? Cold water, right? It means here water will, here what will happens here in north pole and south pole? Water will get sink and it will move from north pole to equator. Here in equator, in this equator region, what is going to happen? Here water is hot, it will get expanded and it will move to north pole and south pole. Okay, cold water will sink and it will move towards equator. This is how ocean currents will circulate. One by one I discussed. First one is wind. How wind is going to affect. Okay, how these easterlies and westerlies are created, I will discuss in different video. As of now, just have a brief note about wind. These winds will affect ocean currents through easterlies and westerlies. And next, insulation because of water expansion and because of cold water sinking. See here, these are icebergs. These will sink downwards like this. These will sink downwards like this and it will move like this to equator. Okay, and warm water from where they are coming? From equator they are coming to north pole and south pole. Understood up to here? And next, another important is insulation salinity gradation. Salinity gradient. Salinity increases density of water. Salinity increases what? Density of water. Okay, if salt water is there means it is heavy water. Okay, where we are going to see more salt? Where we are going to see more salt? In north pole and south pole, not in equator. Why? Because in equator, see here, in equator rainfall is more, less saline water. In poles, that too in poles, in where we in poles where we are going to see salinity is the remaining icebergs. Icebergs are always freshwater. Note down this one. All in all polar regions we are not going to see salinity. Okay, icebergs, wherever the icebergs are there, no, those icebergs are freshwater. Remaining then icebergs, the remaining water, that water is more saline. Okay, more saline means it is denser or less denser, more denser water will sink, it will move towards equator, and the equator water will move towards north pole and south pole. Understood up to here? Next one is factors modifying the ocean currents. Which all factors will modify the ocean currents if ocean currents is moving from north pole to south pole, or not north pole to equator, and equator to north pole? How those are modified? For example, if they are going straight means how they are get deflected or distracted through which all things? First one is because of coastlines. Yes or no? If coastlines are there means they obviously will deflect, right? They can't cross the coastlines. These ocean currents can't cross the coastlines, they will deflect. Okay, first one is because of coastlines, they will deflect or modify. Next reason is, I told you, right, I will discuss about Coriolis force. Next force is Coriolis force. This is the reason where ocean currents get deflected. This Coriolis force is very interesting and very important topic. First one is coastline, understood, right? Next one is this Coriolis force. I am discussing about Coriolis force now. Please focus. Now, Coriolis force means Earth is how this Coriolis force is formed because of rotation of Earth. Okay, because of rotation of Earth. How Earth will rotating from east to west or west to east? Earth will rotate from west to east. From west to east, Earth will rotate. When it was rotating, I will give one example and I will tell you what is the exact meaning of Coriolis force. If I am throwing a bomb, atomic bomb from Africa, here in this middle of Africa, equator, right? Yes or no? Which exactly here equator is going, right? Yes. From here, if I am throwing a bomb means, sorry, if I am throwing a bomb from here, okay, in this region, if I throwing a bomb means bomb, because of rotation of Earth, it was rotating from west to east like this, right? Yes or no? When it was rotating, if I throw bomb from here means it will deflect like this, right? It will not go straight like this. Okay, it will deflect its path. The expected path is here. Okay, the expected path is here, but actually it will reach where? Actually it will reach where? Here it will reach. Why? Because of rotation of Earth, it will get deflect like this. This is called as Coriolis force. Okay, if again in this is northern hemisphere, right? This is which hemisphere? This is northern hemisphere. In northern hemisphere, clockwise it will deflect. Okay, clockwise deflection means like this. This is clockwise deflection. Wait, I will show. This is clockwise deflection. Okay, white color I will show you. This is clockwise deflection. Okay, clockwise it will deflect. In south, if I throw a bomb like this means the actual path we are expecting is here, but because of the rotation of Earth from west to east like this, it will deflect like this, right? The actual bomb will blast here, right? That's why in southern side the Coriolis force is anti-clockwise, like this. Okay, this is anti-clockwise. Understood about Coriolis force? It is as simple as, okay, if take your classroom example itself. Okay, if you are facing towards your board, if your school is rotating from your left to right, from left to right, it is rotating, means if you throw one chalk piece to right side of your left side of your board, means it will come and hit to middle of the board. Yes or no? Because of rotation of classroom. Okay, yes or no? Because of rotation of classroom, it will come and hit towards middle. If you actually throw that chalk piece towards left of the board, it will come and hit to middle. This is how it will deflect in northern hemisphere. In southern hemisphere, it will deflect in anti-clockwise. Understood about Coriolis force? Yes. Next topic is, before I discuss about next topic, I will give some questions to solve you. Consider the following factors. Okay. Rotation of earth, air pressure and wind, density of ocean water, revolution of earth. Which of the above factor influences ocean current? Think about it. I will give you 20 seconds. Okay. The answer is B. 1, 2, 3. Not fourth one. Okay. Fourth one is wrong. Why? Revolution. There is a difference between revolution and rotation. Okay. What is the meaning of rotation? If earth is rotating on itself, is called as rotation. Revolution means if the earth is revolving around sun, is called as what? Revolution. Okay, here rotation is the very important force for important point for Coriolis force and air pressure wind. Okay, it is called as planetary winds. We will discuss this one later. Now I am discussing about ocean currents of the world. I have discussed the main force for the movement of ocean currents is coastal regions, and very important factor is Coriolis effect. I have discussed about Coriolis effect, how it will affect the movement of currents from west to east and east to west. Okay, in northern hemisphere, the ocean currents will move in clockwise or anti-clockwise. Yes, good. Clockwise they will move. In southern hemisphere, anti-clockwise the ocean currents will move. Now, ocean currents of the world, we have given some important names for the ocean currents. I will tell you some important ocean currents names. You just note down them. Gulf Stream. Wait, students. Gulf Stream is very important, and Labrador current is very important. North Equatorial current, North Atlantic drift, Canary current, and next Brazilian current, South Equatorial current, Benguian current, and next this is these whole currents will come under Atlantic Ocean, right? Yes or no? These whole currents will come under Atlantic Ocean. Now, one by one, I will discuss the currents. See here, first one is North Atlantic current. You just focus now here. This is North Atlantic Ocean, right? That's why you just focus here. The North Atlantic Ocean currents starts from North equatorial current. Here it will start. Okay, first you note down the warm, which all currents are in red color, right? Red color, these are called as warm currents. Blue color, these are cold currents. Warm currents, north equatorial current, it will starts North Atlantic Ocean currents will starts from north equatorial current. It is in clockwise, right? Like this, it is in clockwise like this. Okay, north at equatorial current, it will convert into Gulf Stream. How it will convert into Gulf Stream? Because of what? Because of coastal region, it will deflect, right? Then this north equatorial current will become Gulf Stream, and from upside, from North Pole here, from here, Labrador current is coming like this, right? This Labrador current will mix with Gulf Stream. Okay, this Labrador current is cold current or warm current. See here which color it is there. It is blue color, right? It is cold current. Why it is cold current? Because in north and south pole the intensity of sun rays is very less, because their cold water is there. That's why cold currents will come from north pole and south pole. This Labrador current is cold current. It will come and meet with this Gulf Stream. Gulf Stream is a warm current. This Gulf Stream will meet with Labrador current, and when this Gulf Stream will meet Labrador current, then it is called as what? Newfoundland. Newfoundland, where this Gulf Stream will meet Labrador current like this, it is called as Newfoundland. Meeting of Gulf Stream and Labrador current is called as Newfoundland. Okay, when there is a meeting of cold current and warm current, it is very good for fishing. It is very good for fishing. Next, it is very dangerous for shipping. It is good for shipping. It is good for fish growth. Okay, that's why it is called as fishing ground, and it is for dangerous for shipping, and it is very foggy area. Next, this Gulf Stream, what it will do? North Atlantic drift. What is the meaning of North Atlantic drift? North Atlantic drift means it will give warming effect to Western Europe. This is Western Europe, right? See here, this is Western Europe, right? It will give warming effect to Western Europe. How? This Gulf Stream is moving like this, right? This Gulf Stream is moving like this. While it is moving, it will move up to here, to western side of Europe. When it is moving in winter, what it will do? In winter, it will freeze the polar ice caps of Europe. It will melt the polar ice caps of Western Europe. Understood? Yes. This is how it will give hot for some poles in Europe, Western Europe, like Norway, Narvik. Okay, these are some poles of Europe, Western Europe. Norway port and Narvik ports are become hot in winter because of this Gulf Stream. Understood up to this one? Next one important topic is this one, Sargasso Sea. Where we are going to see this Sargasso Sea? Here we are going to see Sargasso Sea. Here in this region we are going to see what? Sargasso Sea. What is that Sargasso Sea? It is not that much important, but in north equatorial current, Gulf Stream and Canary current, in this region we are going to see Sargasso Sea. Where we are going to see north equatorial current, Gulf Stream, Canary current. See here, we are going to see these all currents here. Gulf Stream here, north equatorial current here, canary current here. Where canary current is there? Here. See here. Yes, here canary current is there. Here. This is canary current. Canary current is a cold current. It will give desiccating effect. Desiccating effect means drying effect to Sahara Desert. Here Sahara Desert is there here in Africa. This canary current will give desiccating effect to Sahara Desert. Desiccating means drying. See here, desiccating effect means drying effect to Sahara Desert. Okay, this Sargasso sea we are going to see in between which currents, understood, right? That's it, leave that one. Next one is South Atlantic Ocean current. Now just focus here, South Atlantic Ocean current. This is South Atlantic Ocean, right? Okay, now focus on South Atlantic Ocean current. It will starts as usual. South equatorial current will move from east to west. Why from east to west? It is anti-clockwise. Okay, here anti-clockwise currents will move in southern side because of what? Which effect? Because of Coriolis effect. But upside here clockwise like this. Okay, upside clockwise like this. Here below anti-clockwise like this. Okay, anti-clockwise. This is anti-clockwise, right? Yes, this is anti-clockwise. South equatorial current will starts and it will become Brazilian current. Brazilian current because of coastline here. This Brazilian current will meet with Falkland current. What is this Falkland current? This is Falkland current. This Falkland current will created in Falkland. The Falkland is one island. This Falkland is ruled by whom? England. Okay, this Falkland is in the control of England. Because of that Falkland Island, this cold current will deflect like this. One branch will go here, one branch will go here. Okay, see here again, two branches here, right? Yes, these two branches are created because of Falkland. One of the branch Falkland current will meet Brazilian current. Okay, where it will meet, the point is called as where the Brazilian current, where this Brazilian current and Falkland current will meet, that current name is called as Bahia Blanca. Okay, Bahia Blanca. Bahia Blanca means where Brazilian current will meet Falkland current. It is called as Bahia Blanca. Okay, it is called as what? Bahia Blanca. What is the meaning of Newfoundland? Newfoundland is where the warm Gulf Stream will meet cold Labrador current. It is called as Newfoundland. What is the meaning of Bahia Blanca? Where Brazilian current will meet cold Falkland current, then it is called as Bahia Blanca. Okay, now Benguian current. What is this Benguian current? Where it is there, Benguian current? See here. Here only you can see Benguian current. Now in South Atlantic Ocean we discussed about Brazilian current and Falkland current, right? Here we are going to see what? Benguian current. It is beside western side of Africa. This Benguian current is also moving anti-clockwise like this here, anti-clockwise, because in southern hemisphere the currents will move anti-clockwise. This Benguian current will give desiccating effect to Namib Desert. Here Namib Desert is there. Okay, see here Namib Desert. It will give desiccating effect to Namib Desert. What is this desiccating meaning? Desiccating means drying effect. Okay, drying effect. Next is North Pacific Ocean current. Now just focus on here. Focus on this part. Okay, North Pacific Ocean current. Here also same, students. North equatorial current will start like this, clockwise, and it will become as Kuroshio current. Kuroshio current, where it will become Kuroshio current? In eastern side of Asia. In eastern side of Asia, this is eastern side of Asia, right? In eastern side of Asia there is Japan, right? In Japan we are going to see one current. It is cold current, that is called as Oasio current. It is called as what? Oasio current. This Oasio current is a cold current. Okay, it is coming from Kamchatka. Okay, Kamchatka current. This Kamchatka current is coming from North Pole. It will deflect into two currents. One current will become as Oasio current. This Oasio current will meet. This Oasio current is a cold current. It will mix up or it will meet with Kuroshio current. Kuroshio current is a warm current. Okay, Kuroshio current is a warm current. Oasio current is a cold current. This Oasio current is a branch of Kamchatka current. When this warm current and cold current will meet up together, okay, they will form a front. What is the meaning of front? Front means where the warm current and cold current will meet together. No, that place is called as front. FRONT, front. Front in geography. Now, desiccating effect. This California current will give desiccating effect to Mojave, MOJAVE. It is pronounced as Mojave Desert, Sonoran Desert in California. Where it is there in California current? CRC. One branch of this Kamchatka will become into California current. This California current will give desiccating effect to Mojave Desert. Here Mojave Desert is there and Sonoran Desert is there. This Mojave Desert and Sonoran deserts will get desiccating effect because of this California current. Which all currents will give desiccating effect? Canary current. Again I am discussing, just listen. This canary current will give desiccating effect to Sahara Desert. Okay, Benguela current will give desiccating effect to Namib Desert. This California current will give desiccating effect to Mojave and Sonoran Desert, which are present in North America. Okay, like that only Peru. This Peru we are discussing now. Okay, understood up to North Pacific, right? North Pacific Ocean current. Last one I am discussing, this is South Pacific Ocean current. Okay, South Pacific. This one understood it, where Kuroshio warm current will meet with cold Oasio current. It is near to South Japan. Okay, which is very rich for fishing ground and foggy area. Okay, next is South Pacific Ocean current. Only focus on South Pacific now. Up to here you focus. Last few minutes. Okay, South Pacific Ocean currents. It will start as a South Equatorial current. It is anti-clockwise, right? A South Equatorial current is anti-clockwise. And next, this will become Eastern Australian current. Eastern Australian current in eastern coastal side of Australia. South Equatorial current will become Eastern Australian current in the eastern side of Australia, and it will meet up with cold current. Okay, cold current coming from Australian side. Now, very important point is here. In South Equatorial current, the one cold current is there. This Peru current. This Peru current is also called as Humboldt current. What it's called as Humboldt current. This Peru or Humboldt current will give desiccating effect to Atacama Desert. Here Atacama Desert is there. Atacama Desert is present in South America. It will give desiccating effect to Atacama Desert. Understood up to here? And this Peruvian current will be the main reason for upwelling. What is the meaning of upwelling, downwelling? I will discuss in next video. Thank you for your patience. Thank you once again.